Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to my video. So let's talk about the various form of text in English. In the previous video, I have explained you about the procedure text. So in this occasion, I would like to explain you about discussion text. So what is discussion text? Let's talk about it. Okay, we start in the definition of discussion text. What is a discussion text? Discussion text is an argumentative text that contains 2 points of view, the pro and the cons views objectively. And discussion text can be in the form of seminar materials and discourse related to the controversial issues. Well, the conclusion contained in the discussion contained in the discussion text is generally neutral. Okay, the next is the purpose of discussion text. The purpose of discussion text is to inform readers with perspective about a particular topics, issues, or questions by presenting different perspectives, opinions, and arguments. And the point of view referred to in this discussion text can come from many sources and not only from one side. So in the discussion text, we oftenly talking about the issue that was buzzing at the time. And while we discussing about the topic, about an issue, there are 2 point of view. There are pro point of view and the cons point of view. Okay, next we're talking about the general structure of the discussion text. There are 4 general structure of the discussion text. The first is issue, and then the second is arguments for, the third is arguments against, and the last is conclusion. So what is issue in the general structure of the discussion text? So issue contains an introduction of the issue being discussed. So this is the introduction about the topic or issue that we're gonna talking about. So the issue in the discussion text can be a hot issue that is circulating around education, health, social, political, historical, or other issue. So the second is arguments for. So in this section, it contains explanation that are positive or pro. So if you can explain the things that make you agree or support the issue being discussed. So you can explain the things that make you agree or support the issues being discussed. The arguments you put forward can be in the form of advantages, benefits, and so on. The third is an argument against. In contrast to the previous point, arguments against or contrasting points will contain a negative explanation. So here you can explain the things that make you disagree about the topic or the issue being discussed. And it could be the disadvantage or other negative things. And the last is conclusion. The last part of the discussion text is the conclusion, or we can say as recommendation. Now, here you can make conclusion from the results of the discussion being discussed. But in addition, this conclusion must be neutral. You can also provide a suggestion regarding solutions to the issue that we discuss. So in the next section, we're gonna talk about language features in discussion text. There are some language features used in discussion text. There are 6 language features in the discussion text. The first is straightforward tense, general noun, thinking verb, modals, and contrastive adjective, casual association, and the last is based on fact. So the first language feature is straightforward tense. Discussion text will generally use straightforward tense such as simple present tense, simple past tense, and simple future tense. And the second is the use of general noun. General noun or common nouns are nouns that describe the names of people, things, or places in general. And discussion text will use general nouns to discuss a topic in general. And then the third is thinking verb. Furthermore, thinking verbs are verbs that are related to thinking activities. Like the example is think, wonder, believe, understand, feel, certain, and so on. And then the next is modals. Modals used in discussion text include perhaps, must, should, could have, and should have been, and so on. So the next is contrastive, additive, and causal association. Since the discussion text contains the author's opinion on an issue, you will use connective to strengthen, differentiate, or oppose the arguments. So the last is based on fact. Because this is discussion text talking about the issue, it should be based on fact. In creating a discussion text, of course, you can't just give your opinion. Whether you are pro or contra from the issue we discuss, you still have to convey it based on facts that can be accounted for. So the issue and all your arguments should be based on the fact. So this is the last section of the explanation from the discussion text. I have provided you the example of the discussion text in the material in the classroom, Google Classroom. So if you want to analyze the text based on the general structure and the language features in the discussion text, you can read it through the material in the Google Classroom. And I also give the summary of my explanation in the presentation form in the material also. So in the last here, I would like to give you assignment according to the discussion text. So the assignment is about online debate post. You will talking an issue that has 2 points of view. So please, each of you, please looking for the hot topic in this time. You can search it through your social media or the internet. After that, please make the discussion text that include the introduction, and after that the arguments for, arguments against, and the last is your conclusion about your own opinion. And each argument consists at least 2 paragraphs, and each argument contain at least 2 of your own arguments. So after that, please upload it in general in the classroom so that everyone can read it. And after that, from the discussion text from your other friend, please pick it one. And after that, make your own argument based on your friend's opinion. And after that, the result of the comments on other discussion, you can collect it through the link I've provided in the Google Classroom. So thank you for your nice attention, thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.